Hello guys, welcome back to the Alrazda channel, which is still recapping the Donghua soulland series, where yesterday we discussed the moment when TangSan joined Shrek Academy and met his new master and friends. So for those of you who haven't watched the first and second parts, I recommend watching them first so that you don't fail to understand the discussion this time. But before starting as usual, I will give a spoiler warning for those of you who have never watched it live, because surely this content will contain many spoilers. Well, without lingering, let's get started right away. After TangSan successfully passed the Shrek Academy entrance exam along with several other new students, the academy now has a total of 7 students. Among them were TangSan, Xiaowu, Ningrongrong, Zhu Juqing, Dai Mubai, Oscar, and Ma Hongjun. For their first training, Headmaster Flender took them to Sao City to participate in a battle arena for Spirit Masters. He thought it was a great exercise to give them real fighting experience. In the battle arena, one victory will give you 1 point, one defeat will deduct 1 point, and if they manage to accumulate 100 points, they will get a copper badge. Flender advised the students to earn at least a silver badge before graduating from the academy, so he instructed Dai Mubai to take them to register. Dai Mubai explained that there were 8 badges, from the lowest to the highest: Iron Badge, Copper Badge, Silver Badge, Gold Badge, Purple Badge, Gem Badge, Ruby Badge, and Diamond Badge. At first, Xiaowu found the challenge easy, as the Silver Badge was only 3rd. But Dai Mubai denied this because from the time he was at level 29 until now, he had only won 29 times and lost 27 times. So during this time, he only managed to accumulate a total of 2 points. In this place, there are many types of battles to choose from, such as 1-on-1, 2-on-2, and 3-on-3 battles. In addition to enrolling in 1-on-1 battles, together with Xiaowu, TangSan formed a 2-person team to participate in 2-on-2 battles. Long story short, after signing up, Xiaowu was the first to go up against a big, muscular man who seemed to be very strong. Obviously, at first with her petite body, all the spectators underestimated her, but Xiaowu was unexpectedly able to easily defeat her opponent. The next battle was TangSan against Zhu Juqing. Of course, due to the random selection of participants, he happened to get an opponent from his own academy friend. After the referee gave the signal, TangSan immediately attacked, using his silver-blue grass to try to catch Zhu Juqing. However, Zhu Juqing, who was basically a fighter who relied heavily on speed, could easily dodge TangSan's root ropes one by one. On several occasions, Zhu Juqing also tried to find an opening to approach TangSan. While dealing with that, TangSan was still able to defend using the purple demon eye to keep up with Zhu Juqing's speed. Still trying to keep his distance, he began to change his attack pattern by creating a cage to overcome Zhu Juqing's rapid movements. Unfortunately, Zhu Juqing didn't take into account that this wasn't just a cage being used to restrict her, but rather TangSan's attempt to extend his attack range so he could launch attacks from the air. As a result, Zhu Juqing was not strong enough to escape, and TangSan emerged victorious. The next battle was a 2-on-2 battle between Xiaowu and TangSan's team against the Blood Iron team, 2 brothers with a sledgehammer weapon each. With great chemistry, Xiaowu stepped up as the attacker, while TangSan was in charge of protecting her and trying to control the fight. But obviously it wasn't that easy. According to TangSan, their hammer attacks were similar to his own, only not stronger but much faster swinging movements, which he couldn't even withstand using his silver-blue grass. But it turned out that TangSan's attacks were used to spread the seeds of his second skill, the Ghost Rattan. The parasitic plant can bind opponents and spread poison to restrict their movement. As the battle continued, they used their third skill, the twin hammer throw, to track and pursue their target. TangSan, who was trying to save Xiao Wu, was not strong enough and was knocked down. This made Xiao Wu very angry, and she immediately attacked them with a secret needle weapon that could kill his opponent in an instant. But TangSan blocked the deadly attack because this was just a match after all. With their energy depleted and TangSan's poison spreading throughout their bodies, they conceded defeat, giving TangSan his second victory. Upon returning to the academy, Dai Mubai got into an argument with the 7 treasure-glazed tile clan's daughter, Ning Rongrong. It was Ning Rongrong's haughty demeanor that constantly provoked him and denigrated Shrek Academy. This made Dai Mubai so upset and emotional that he resorted to violence, regardless of Ning Rongrong's status. Luckily, TangSan came along and managed to calm him down. But the incident didn't deter Ning Rongrong, who instead asked TangSan to help her defeat Dai Mubai in exchange for 100,000 gold coins. TangSan clearly refused, explaining that not all problems could be solved with money and violence. He also suggested that Ning Rongrong just leave the academy because he didn't think this place was suitable for Ning Rongrong at all. Even Oscar, who clearly liked Ning Rongrong, thought the same. He then suggested that Ning Rongrong leave because there was no way she could make friends here with such a haughty attitude. The next day, all the students were gathered again to receive training. However, Oscar, who arrived late, had a very happy face because he had reached level 30 this morning. Everyone congratulated him. Headmaster Flender ordered all the students to go to the Shindu forest tomorrow, another version of the hunting forest, to help find the 3rd spirit stealth ring for Oscar under the leadership of Master Zhao. To that end, today's exercise was to eat stamina-boosting sausages from Oscar's protective spirit skill on the premise that their bodies would get used to and adapt to the real battlefield. It was shown that everyone was disgusted and disliked it. But unexpectedly, Ning Rongrong volunteered to be the first disciple to do so. It turned out that TangSan and Oscar's words earlier were enough to make her ponder all night and regret her haughty attitude all this time. The next day, Master Zhao approached all the students who'd been waiting for him to go to the Shindu forest in order to find the 3rd spirit ring for Oscar. He then asked Dai Mubai to be the team leader for the mission. Dai Mubai then presented the teamwork formation, where TangSan would be at the forefront, and right behind him, 2 support types, Xiao Wu and Ma Hongjun, were given the task of guarding the left and right sides, while he would take over the back area. After a day of not finding any spirit demons suitable for Oscar, they decided to stop by a nearby food stall. But the tranquil atmosphere was immediately broken by the arrival of a group of children known to be from Changhui Academy. Dai Mubai told them that Changhui Academy was a well-known academy, but its students were actually not very strong and tended to emphasize their haughty nature. The whispers reached the ears of the Changhui Academy students, so a plan was made to prank Shrek's students. A student walked up to them and deliberately nudged the waiter, who was carrying the food. Witnessing this, all the students became angry and asked which academy they were from. But Dai Mubai just teased them by saying that you don't deserve to know. Obviously, this made them even angrier and simultaneously came forward to attack, while Dai Mubai's side, Xiao Wu, was enough to intervene to teach them all a lesson. The escalating feud forced the teacher at Changhui Academy to intervene. He was a spirit master who possessed the power of a black turtle-type protective spirit that had reached level 50. He then asked where their teacher was, but Shrek's side blasted him back by saying that he didn't deserve to know that either. And if they want to fight, they have more than enough. Just when they were about to fight, The restaurant owner asked if they wanted to fight, then not to do it in his shop. Before going out, TangSan strategized because it definitely wouldn't be easy to face a spirit master who was already at level 50. According to him, the Black Turtle Protector spirit type was a type of power with very high durability, but didn't do much damage. To make a long story short, their battle began, enlivened by the cheers of the Changhui Academy students. The first attack began with Dai Mubai's airwave punching skill, accompanied by Ma Hongjun's fire on the right side and supported by TangSan's silver-blue grass to restrict his opponent's movement. After being caught, Ma Hongjun again received a signal from TangSan to burn Changhui's teacher with a high-temperature fire phoenix blast technique. Unfortunately, TangSan's prediction wasn't entirely correct. The academy teacher Changhui had a cold breath attack skill whose overflow was able to solidify the air in an instant. Zhu Qing, who tried to take the opportunity to launch a melee attack, had her hand caught in the ice dome. Luckily, with reflexes, Dai Mubai immediately approached to destroy the dome, followed by TangSan, who again tried to tie the opponent in combination with Ma Hongjun's fire. Dai Mubai, who was affected by provocation, took the risk of attacking, which resulted in frostbite on his body getting worse. Meanwhile, Ma Hongjun returned to action with a burst of phoenix fire to dispel the ice breath attack that aimed directly at Dai Mubai, so that there was a clash between the two opposing elements. When the battle had reached its peak, Master Zhao came to interrupt and told all the students to return to the inn immediately. However, the Changhui Academy teacher, who was still unhappy, asked Shrek's students to apologize for disrespecting his academy. However, Master Zhao said that there was no need to apologize. Instead, he emphasized that the Changhui Academy was indeed a well-known academy, but its arrogance could only oppress weaker people. The battle resumed with Master Zhao replacing Shrek's academy students. In an instant, he was able to beat the crap out of academy teacher Changhui without even involving his protective spirit power. After the fight, Master Zhao went back to his students and said that later he would give them special training to deal with such trash. In the morning, under the guidance of Master Zhao, the Shrek Academy students were taken deep into the Shindu forest. He explained that the Shindu forest was different from the forests maintained by most kingdoms, as it was still very wild, and the spirit demons were also very savage. He advised everyone to stay close by and not disturb the demon spirits without his orders if they did not want to die in vain, especially Oscar and Ning Rongrong. When Dai Mubai took the lead and opened the way, TangSan advised against carelessly killing young spirit demons to preserve the ecosystem. Besides, the smell of blood left behind could trigger the arrival of a much stronger demon spirit. After a long search, they finally sensed the presence of a powerful spirit demon. Zhu Qing was ordered to examine it and found a 1,500-year-old flying bird spirit demon that would be perfect for Oscar's third spirit ring. So they worked together to hunt down the creature. Based on TangSan's analysis, this demon didn't have a particularly strong physical attack. It only relied on its high speed to catch prey and then wrap around it. The most effective way to hunt it down was to suppress it using Ma Hongjun's Fire Phoenix, while the others prepared to block the path so the demon couldn't escape. Master Zhao then left the team under TangSan's leadership due to his vast knowledge of the demon spirit's strengths and weaknesses. The hunt was quite fierce. Zhu Qing and Dai Mubai, who were reinforced with Ning Rongrong's skills, managed to suppress the spirit demon. The demon that wanted to escape through the air was also successfully prevented by TangSan using a huge plant cage. But just as Oscar was about to execute it, the snake unleashed an attack that TangSan luckily managed to deflect. After falling to the ground, it was immediately greeted by Ma Hongjun's fire, followed by a lucky attack from Master Zhao that was able to paralyze it. Master Zhao then immediately told Oscar to absorb his spirit ring. But suddenly a grandmother arrived with her granddaughter, who claimed that the flying snake spirit demon was hers and would be the third spirit ring for her granddaughter. That's because she was the first to find it, as evidenced by the stick strike she made to the demon's stomach. In response, Master Zhao didn't act rashly because the grandmother was one of the senior spirit masters named Cao Tianxiang. In the martial world, she was a highly respected spirit master with her partner, the dragon noble Meng Shu. They were the strongest death duo, said to be able to match a spirit master with the title of Douluo. Even so, Master Zhao still insisted on refusing to give the spirit demon. He reasoned that although Cao Tianxiang had found it first, it was Shrek Academy that had captured it. It was finally decided to use the spirit of the Master Law to solve this problem. The law states that fellow spirit masters must fight each other for the spirit ring, so Oscar was challenged to face her granddaughter, Meng Yiran, a level 30 spirit master. However, Master Zhao refused, since his student was a support-type spirit master. Hearing this, suddenly from behind, TangSan came forward and stated that he was willing to represent Oscar to fight against Yiran. The grandmother agreed, knowing that TangSan was still one level lower than her grandson. Moreover, his guardian spirit was only silver-blue grass. Long story short, the battle began. Being underestimated at the start was an advantage for TangSan to be able to launch surprise attacks. However, Yiran wasn't that weak either. Thanks to her snake guardian spirit, she was able to easily escape TangSan's root rope trap. Even the paralyzing poison he used had no effect, as Yiran's snake power was basically poisonous as well. It was a very effective way to fight poison with poison. Using the poisoned spear weapon, he then launched a counterattack. Not so fast, but quite troublesome because there were quite a lot of them. TangSan got in close and managed to stop the attack, which was controlled by Yiran's snake staff. They began to clash with each other, trying to suppress each other. After a long period of mutual pressure, the gamble was finally won by TangSan, so the title to the flying snake spirit demon was now handed over to Oscar. Well, that's the review of the story from Donghua Soulland in episodes 18 to 23. Okay, thank you for those of you who have watched until the end. And don't forget to support this channel with likes, comments, subscribe, and don't forget to press the notification bell button for the next update, because your support is very valuable for this channel. That's all, thanks, and the last word from me. Bye.